Lost in Space, an adventure with Rocky Starr. While Rocky finds the Speak's course temporarily blocked by a passing cloud of deadly cosmic dust, far away the Taurus has landed mysteriously on a planetoid near Saturn. Ilma, Paul, and Ivan find themselves being impelled by thought power to leave the ship. The compulsion comes from a group of strange creatures with round bodies and 3 legs sticking out like the spokes of a wheel. The Earthlings manage to resist the compulsion, but realize they can't take off from the planet without finding out the course calculations. So nervously climbing into spacesuits, they prepare to leave the ship.
Are you ready, you two?
Yeah.
I'm just fastening my oxy cylinders, Ivan.
I wonder what those tripeds want with us.
What could they want with someone so completely different from themselves? It must be just curiosity.
You think that's all? Truly, Ivan?
I can imagine no other reason. Can you?
No.
It might be wise to take ray guns with us, though, don't you think?
Oh, yes, we can't go out there helpless.
All right. I will get 3 pistols.
Nervous, Ilma?
Yes. Aren't you?
Yeah, pretty much. Well, if only Ivan could have remembered all those calculations he used to get us here, we could have taken off again without needing to go out there.
But he would never have known such communications. They were just, communicated to him by...
By the tripeds.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't suppose we can blame him for not remembering. All I hope is that we can get the dope from them again so we can leave here.
That means we're completely in their power.
Here we are. Stick one in your belt, each of you, and let us get onto the airlock.
Thanks.
I've never used a gun before.
Take it, Ilma.
All you have to do is point it and pull the trigger. You'll find it quite a comfort if anything goes wrong.
We must not be too anxious to use ray fire. Better if we can persuade them that we are friendly.
Well, it won't be long now. Here goes. Helmets on.
Testing intercom. Can you hear me?
Yes, Ivan.
Coming through okay. I'll start the mechanism. Well, this is it. Come on, the ramp's down.
Ilma in the middle. Keep close together.
And don't be scared, Ilma.
I can see them.
Watching us with those eyes.
Oh, they look horrible.
Like having an eye in the middle of your stomach. I can't get over the way they bowl along like a hoop on 3 legs. And then use one to stand on and the other 2 as arms.
Yes. Oh, look, they have stopped beckoning. Now they see we are coming.
Oh, it's terribly hard to walk. I feel as if my legs are made of lead. Why is it, Ivan?
It is just the effect of gravity, Ilma. After the weightlessness of space. No cause for alarm.
Well, here we are.
Let us stop.
They're forming a circle around us.
I'm keeping my hand on my ray pistol.
They are not trying to touch us.
What should we do? How do we show we're friendly?
Better switch on our outside speakers so they can hear us. We are friends. Friends. Understand?
Oh, what use is it to speak? They will not understand our language.
They're waving their arms and swaying to one another.
Seems like they're talking amongst themselves. We are friends. Friends.
I think they understand, Paul. They are doing it again.
They can't understand our words, but perhaps they can sense our feelings.
You are welcome here.
What was that?
Did you hear something?
Yeah.
I did too.
You are welcome here.
There it is again.
But they do not seem to be speaking. They're just standing there swaying about.
Do you understand?
Yes. Yes, I think I do. It's not a real voice at all. Well, how could they speak English? It's a sort of a mental one.
Of course. Telepathy. We're hearing it in our minds.
We'd better try to talk with them. We come from Earth.
Yeah, from Earth.
That is known to us.
No.
But how could they possibly know?
They must have known we were up there to guide us in like that.
Come.
They want us to go with them.
I'm a bit scared, boys.
Have no fear. You are creatures of great skill. We wish to entertain you in our city. Come, Earth creatures.
See, they lead the way.
Not trying to force us in any way.
Come, Ilma. Paul and I will take care of you. We'll go with them and see what they want with us.
Walking clumsily in the unaccustomed gravity, Ilma, Paul, and Ivan move off in the direction indicated. The tripeds, hopping easily on one leg, accompany them, and they reach what appears to be a dull metallic platform resting on the ground. Mounting it, the tripeds turn triple-eyed gaze on the hesitating earthlings and indicate that they mount it too. Meanwhile, far away, Rocky is waiting impatiently for his course to clear.
That cosmic dust still ahead, Rocky boy?
Yes, Mitch. It's moving across our path at a good speed, but there seems to be a huge cloud of it.
Yeah, it's one thing in space I can't get used to.
Yeah?
You know, back on Earth, if there's a dust storm, well, you drive right through the thing. But out here, you go for your life.
Mitch, every one of those rock particles is traveling at a colossal speed. They could penetrate the streak's hull easier than high-velocity bullets.
Yeah, I know all that stuff, Rocky. It just don't seem right, that's all. Hey, Di's squinting down a spectroscope gadget again, looking for heavy uranium.
Yeah.
You think we'll ever find that stuff?
Mitch, we've just got to find it. I told you what the president of the Solar Council said.
Yeah, this catastrophe that's supposed to be facing the human race. I don't get that at all.
Well, neither do I, but, well, they wouldn't pay the expense of a trip like this just to look for the tourists. They must want it pretty urgently.
Well, let's check the telescreens again.
Right.
I'm sick of waiting around in space.
Yeah, so am I. You know, everything's against us this trip. Okay, switch on.
Yeah, I suppose we're really in no hurry.
I am, Mitch. I don't like the way tourists disappeared into that ring of all those various rings around Saturn.
Yeah.
I want to find out what's happened to those kids.
That dust looks as thick as ever.
Yeah, it would. Switch it off.
Say, what's this about wondering what happened to them? You said yourself the tourists must have been battered to pieces.
Well, I want to make sure.
How are you going to do that? Those rings around Saturn go for thousands of miles.
Uh-huh.
Thousands of miles of chunks of rock, asteroids, satellites, and all that stuff all whirling around. How are you ever going to find a wreck of towers among that?
Mitch, I'm not so sure that there will be a wreck.
Oh, but Rock, you said yourself no one could navigate a ship through all that stuff. They'd be blasted to bits.
Well, then why didn't we see the explosion on the telescreens? The atomic motors would have gone up for sure.
I never thought of that. There wasn't a blast at all, was there?
We simply saw their rockets fire a couple of times. Then they disappeared.
What do you think happened?
I don't know, Mitch. But as soon as we can get going again, I certainly mean to try and find out. Switch on the screen and we'll have another look.
Hey, but Rocky boy, you wouldn't be thinking of trying to fly it straight through all that stuff in the rings, would you?
If necessary. The parents of those youngsters must be worried sick, and I'm going to find out all I can for them. Yeah, the dust seems to be getting a bit thinner, Mitch. Shouldn't be long now.
If that's what you're aiming to do, Rocky, the longer it takes to clear, the better I'll like it. I wonder what did happen to those kids.
On this platform thing.
Well, it looks harmless enough. Just dull metal resting on the ground.
All the tripods are squatting there with their legs folded.
The telepathic voice again.
Oh, come on, let's do what they want. Following their example, I think perhaps we had better sit down.
Well, it seems harmless enough. They're all just sitting there taking no notice of us at all.
Do you sense anything?
I do, Ilma. It is strange, but I keep finding the thought rise going through my head.
So do I.
Now you mention it, I'm the same. I just found myself thinking this platform thing should rise up from the ground. It's a silly thing to think.
It is. Look, Paul.
We're all rising.
What? We can't be. You're right, rising straight up from the ground.
But how could... We're not rising now. The platform's moving. It's gliding forward.
We are a good 30 feet above the ground.
But how could it be? Look, there's no sign of a motor or any kind. No sound. It's just a flat piece of metal a few inches thick.
Look at the tripeds. How they stare. They seem to be concentrating.
So you don't think...
I think they are propelling this platform by some kind of thought power.
But that's crazy.
Remember how we all got that idea of rising? We must have been picking up their concentration.
I'm getting nervous of these things. They know too much.
And yet, look, there are ruins down there.
Where? Oh, yeah, look, Ilmer. There's been some sort of peculiar buildings down there.
I wonder what sort of buildings they have now.
Look at those dome-shaped things. Look, see? One across there, and there's one over the other side. Maybe they're buildings.
Hey, look over there.
There's a sort of tunnel going into the hillside.
And this is where that platform is taking us.
Well, then if those domes are buildings, maybe that passage leads to dungeons or something. You know what I think? We're prisoners of these things, and there's nothing we can do about it.
The hole in the hillside looms ahead. Are they really prisoners? What strange adventures lie ahead? There are exciting developments to come, so don't miss the next gripping chapter of this Rocky Starr adventure, Lost in Space.